What does this yellow hat have to do with my destiny? When I left college baseball and burned 3 years of eligibility to play for the Savannah Bananas, I thought it was fate. I went to a Bananaball tryout 3 days after my college season ended. I wrote a song and music video called I Want to Be a Savannah Banana.
Fisher Polydoroff is the name, and having tricks up my sleeve is my game.
And I dressed up as an old 1950s baseball player, and I was completely in character the entire time. The Banana staff, the coaches, they loved it, and I was unanimously elected to the Visitors, a 6-week developmental squad that played the Savannah Bananas and Party Animals, living in Savannah, training, and trying to become the next Bananaball player. I've spent all my life learning languages.
I speak 3 languages, so I can translate.
Instruments, performing magic shows, and singing.
Doing magic shows since 8 years old. Some would say I entertain just like Jesse Cole.
And singing at retirement homes. And Jesse Cole invents a way that I can combine my off-field talents with my on-field talents while being a high-level baseball player. I thought it was fate. When Jesse announced the return of the Indianapolis Clowns, I was rather intrigued. I think my fate has actually revealed itself to me. Let me explain why. Alright, this is where it gets crazy. At age 10, here I am wearing an Indianapolis Clowns hat on Christmas morning, opening up presents. I got this hat when I was 10 years old, and I still have it. Whenever the team was announced, I went straight into my old hats. I used to collect Negro League hats. Huge baseball history nerd. I found this, and I was like, wow. A week after I was born, I made the newspaper for the first time, and the ad in the paper right next to the article about me and my parents is for the Ringling Brothers Circus. The biggest word on the page is fate. Is this my fate? I don't know. And inside the Connecticut Post that day, it even mentions legendary showman P.T. Barnum. I have no words. This might be a scroll of destiny, this newspaper. After I left Savannah in late July, I went to the Georgia Sports Hall of Fame up in Macon, Georgia, and there was a Negro League baseball exhibit. I filmed a couple videos because Old Knuckles, my vintage character, is a time traveler. He can go anywhere back to baseball history and visit the past. I'm a vintage baseball player. I saw a niche in Bananaball, and nobody was doing wind-ups with old gloves and old-timey batting stances, so I went all in. But I was at the Negro League Museum exhibit, and I was standing right in front of an Indianapolis Clowns jersey, right here. This is absolutely insane. I had no idea what the 2 new teams were going to be. I had no idea about the Indianapolis Clowns vision, but whenever the teams were announced, Jesse and Bob Kendrick walks on that stage and announces it. I was absolutely freaking out. I went upstairs, grabbed this hat, and I was like, wow, a full circle moment indeed. Earlier this year, I made the decision to join Bananaball. There was a lot of divine intervention moments where I was like, this is what I need to do in life. And now with the historic vintage Negro League team, the Indianapolis Clowns, the barnstorming legends of baseball, before the Savannah Bananas were doing all the hop, skiddly-doo, razzmatazz on the field, the Indianapolis Clowns, a tried and true historic team. And the fact that I have a picture wearing the hat at 10 years old is absolutely mind-blowing to me. But anyways, you know Old Knuckles. He likes to come prepared. Last January, I started a TikTok account called Oldies Fish with over 40,000 followers where I sing and lip sync 1950s, 60s, and 70s music. I'm a music encyclopedia of vintage music. All the way from 1929 to 1979 is my jam. I still listen to modern music. The Bananas were so gracious with letting me sing my own walk-ups and run celebrations for the Visitors. And with a vintage theme, a vintage team, there's got to be some vintage music, so... Going back to Kansas City, the Clowns are playing the Bananas next year in the Kansas City Royal Stadium. That will be exactly 1 year from the date that I tried out for Bananaball. A full circle moment, and yes, I have been to the Negro League Museum plenty times. Here's a picture of me standing right next to Cool Papa Bell. Maybe I'll have to time travel and ask him what he thinks of the Indianapolis Clowns being brought back to Bananaball. If there's one thing about Old Knuckles is he never takes himself too seriously. Words to live by. Here's a picture of me getting voted class clown at my high school, in the present day, of course. I'm Fisher Polydoroff, aka Old Knuckles. Was I destined to play for the Indianapolis Clowns? Thanks for watching, and so long.